Ever since Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, may I add, an amazing DLC, people, including myself, have been absolutely in love with the whole Western genre. And Red Dead Redemption 2 just made it much worse. I love it now. I love it so much. It's so good. I never thought they could top John Marston. Oh my God. But they did. Anyways, the point is when I seen the John Marston and Arthur Morgan Avatar pack that looks so good, I had to make a Western spinoff mod showcase. There's gotta be a lot of them out there. I can't be the only one. I was not. Oh my God, is the last mod we're talking about so good for you just messing around in a goofy, fun Western setting. Shout out to that mod author in advance. But let's get into the avatars. The thing that started all this.
You can actually grab it and tip it, my lady.
First things first, Arthur Morgan looks fantastic. Looks disgusting. Looks like he's been through just hell and back. His fingernails, oh my God, there's a whole herbiculture in that whole shit. Anyways, Arthur Morgan looks so good. Again, disgustingly, you can smell him from here, that whole thing. But also, we get John Marston. Now, John Marston looks rad. Both of them have this, unfortunate thing where their eyes just look very soulless. This is not the modder's fault. This is just a bone lab problem. Eyes look horrible when they're just static and yeah. Everyone looks beautifully disgusting, really dirty, all that stuff. That's good. What's less good is that for whatever reason, I think John Marston's gloves and his wrists are just kind of a little bit tinier and stumpy. Like his wrists and his fingers don't feel as long as they should be, but that could also just because I'm playing with a character with longer fingers. I don't know, but it just felt a little weird. Thought I mentioned it. The other thing that's not exactly ideal is that they have bog standard strength, or at least that's what it feels like, which sucks because Arthur Morgan's an old withered soul. Okay, we've been through his journey. He's done a lot. Okay, he's got that old man strength, that brutal strength. Again, after I'm seeing the gameplay in the background, it's just disgusting. The fingernails are just hell. just Jesus. The hair on the palm. Side thing, Dutch's avatar, yeah, that's why you're not seeing a lot of it, because it looks already more cursed than that character is. But again, as far as avatars go, fantastic. The fingers work, everything is in place, so he's absolutely usable, and things like that. And this next mod isn't exactly Western by definition, but kind of is. This is the TF2 map that I'm sure you've seen to death, but by God, does it look damn good. Everything is properly meshed, you can stick your hand in gosh darn anything, and the lighting makes it all come together like dang.
Aesthetics is like 80% lighting, because like when we get really close, you're like, ew, ow, yeah, what the fuck? But when you just see that lighting come down, dude, you're like, oh my God, it looks clean. And I think still things maybe not be grabbable, but they're still like mesh, so you can kind of climb in a broken sense. But I come back. Okay, so one of the things, me in the editing, what do you call it? Or me in live, I guess. One of the things that a lot of monitors don't do, I think it's because they prioritize like having a chest hair toggle. There we go. But basically, if I toggle that off, this is what you guys see. And I'm basically a headless horseman just floating there. But when I toggle the head on, it's just like all you see is beard and flesh and all this horrible stuff. And I think the reason why people do that is because they want to prioritize the chest not being too far back, because your holsters can be like really far, I guess. But I've never really found an issue. Like this is one that they just push the head more forward, so you look kind of like you have stumpier arms, like you look like you have shorter little raptor arms, but it's actually not that bad.
TLDR, it's awful. It's like in order to have a face in Bone Lab, when it comes to video, you also have to wear another man's face or woman's face. Oh God. All right, enough of that weird RP thing. Yeah, I do believe this mod is trying to actually emulate a good deathmatch mod, which I absolutely think achieves. I don't play multiplayer and stuff like that just because I don't like the weirdness of like jumping into random worlds, and then sometimes you just hear a bunch of 12-year-olds just smashing the N-word like you've never heard since Modern Warfare 2. Anyways, it's not my vibe, typically. I'm also a hermit by nature, so I just, the most socializing I get is from my stream. So anyways, my destructive tendencies aside, this mod I think nails the whole deathmatch aesthetic if you're willing to do that, if you're willing to set up, a get-together or a hangout in Discord and then jump into this and set it all up and have fun. I believe you'll have an amazing time messing around with this map. It's tried, it's tested, it's TF2, and It also has a fun little kind of like a back menu area where you can essentially flip on switches, whether that's spawning weapons, activating sound effects, and things like that, which is just awesome. Really cool to see. I can't wait until Marrow 2 comes out, and hopefully this gets easier to do and easier to join. Overall, just a lovely aesthetic this map has, and this is the only reason why this video exists. I didn't really have enough Western mods I found to really pull this all together, but this mod, along with the Fallout New Vegas revolvers, really pulled it all together. This level mod, I think, is rife for like funny moments with your friends. There are these weird like cowboy rocking chair kind of things that you can skid down a mountain with as if it's a friggin' roller coaster, and they work great. Really great. You can actually steer them in a weird way. And not only that, but this level itself is just massive. And there's a bunch of weird crap. I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, there's like, why did you put this here? What? Okay. And that's the best kind of modern nonsense that we have in this community is you spent what I imagine is at most 30 minutes to set this up. What?
Okay, you guys can't see my head at all, so instead, we're gonna rock this. Where is it? There it is. And this bad boy right here. Now we are going boost to actual skull. Let me guess, it's tweaking. It's just it's so much more big for my actual head. By God words. Anyways, also maybe it's all of the metal and things in this thing are reflective as hell. Could be a glitch on my end, but kind of into it. It's like a rave. All right, here we go. Cannot do this. Okay, let's see. Are they actually breakable? They're fallable. Close as you can get. And Marrow 1. Oh, you can toggle a scope on it? What? Quite small. Okay. Okay. I think we're on it. All right, you can kind of guide it in a weird way. I mean, you can point it in the direction that you're kind of hoping to go. That's the town. Well, we'll get over there. Is that, I don't know what that is, sulfur? I don't know. Well, have to do a mighty long walk, but it's fine. Did I mention how this thing is actually a Pegasus? It's working great. Oh, my hat. Okay. All right, and we're here. By ourselves. Man, everything looks super rainbowy. Hey, ooh, we got big old slabs of cartoon meat.
Lastly, I wanted to mention again some of the fun Easter eggs when you come up this place. You can see this weird chicken, and apparently there's tons of cabbage, or not cabbage, sorry, corn littered in there. You can't get into that damn room. You maybe can glide and clip through. But anyways, yeah, enemies keep spawning, so if you're hanging out with your friends, you can just keep just smashing people, and it's awesome. There's tons of things to throw enemies through. It's just a really well-constrained map without doing too much, you know what I mean? Which is also nice, especially for the mod author, I imagine. But the one thing that's the icing on the cake is this mountaintop right here. This mountaintop basically has a bunch of things for you just to slide down with, and this to me is something that there's not too many mods in Bonelove that have this kind of structure, especially on a map this big for one. There's a slide knot, the only one that comes to mind is something that you can do like this. And I imagine the bone tube would be just as fun going down this. Unfortunately, I forgot to do that. Let's send this off with one final jump. Oh no! Oh no! Don't make it a coffin!